Ooh, no audio. I'm sorry, y'all. Oops. How y'all doing? Can you hear me now? Anybody? I got to go through all that shit again. I can do it. Okay, so welcome to Provoke Thoughts, y'all. For some strange reason, the software didn't unmute me when I, went back into my thing. That's crazy, but usually that's what happens. I want to welcome everybody to Provoke Thoughts. Uh, I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. If this is your first time coming into my channel, please make sure that you do like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that every time I go live, you know about it. Okay. So now that we are into that, it's a lot of things that are going on in our, sphere as far as some of these people who are accusing people, and they believe because you're supposed to believe all women, even the liars. Now it's starting to come out for some strange reason that something is definitely wrong in the buttermilk when it comes to what you charge these people for. Why are you charging people? Ain't no DNA, but she said you did it, so you did it because she said it. It does not matter. So it's kind of amazing to me that, Megan Thee Stallion is now out here panicking and losing her mind simply because of the fact that she has got caught in a Jussie Smollett-esque lie. I mean, this is, it's funny because these entertainers, and I know in hindsight why she did it. I know in hindsight what happened because you saw her elevate so high up into the sky behind this, man. She was, at best, she was good, hot, and everything. But after that, you end up on the first campaign making $5 million at Kamala Harris's rally. Yes, that's what we get when we get what we get from you, Megan. We get paid for because you help somebody get in their career, get a conviction. Now you elevated up to the top, but your story ain't holding up about Tory. So I just want to let people know that it is a sad day in this world when we got people who, of course, do this. We all know about this on my channel and the channels that I have been to before. It's real victims out here. But then we got, these fake ass victims. We got these females that sit here and just because they got vitriol against a man, they want to see him suffer and, seemingly die, based off of, you know, what they perceive to be their truth because they had a bad experience with a person, so they can boost it up to whatever it is they feel that they want it to be. You want to talk about a bad date gone wrong or a bad situation gone wrong? You can look right at Megan Thee Stallion and her homegirl and Tory Lanez and Kylie Jenner and all of that. So we will return to the scene of the crime because we gotta go back. You got to go back all the way back to July 17th, man. All the way back. We're going to go back and we're going to visit what happened. We're going to try to figure this out.
Number 394. Yeah, we just have gunshots next to my house. Somebody's screaming outside. Do you hear a male or a female voice screaming? Someone might be shot.
He said dance and he started shooting. I was really scared because I had never been shot at before. I didn't want to move too quick. If I take the wrong step, I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me.
You notice that there's no tears, right? No tears. No tears and no sorrow, man. She is literally sitting up there playing in Gayle King's face.
I looked down at my feet And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm really bleeding. Like I can't believe you shot me. The police are definitely very much shoot first, ask questions after.
What happened?
I didn't want to see anybody die, so I just said, I stepped on glass.
But this would come back to haunt Meg in a way she could have never expected.
There was this narrative going around that she didn't get shot.
50 Cent even posted a very nasty meme.
Drake and his new track are suggesting she lied.
So check it out, everybody. If you notice, common sense had already kicked in with everybody. You know, all the celebrities like, man, that sounds like some BS to me. You know, common sense had kicked in. And it seems like they bully you into, or some people into a corner to where they got to take your side, you know, and believe all women, even the liars, man. Believe the unbelievable women, man. What's going on, Noobs? How you feeling, brother? Are you there? What's wrong with your volume? Hold on. Is he in the? Oh, yeah, he's in here. Well, anyway, just to get back into it. It just seems like you know what? Never mind. Let's go. This is interesting.
Lied about getting shot by Tory Lanez.
This bitch lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion.
Meg came forward, hoping to set the record straight, but she wasn't telling the whole truth.
You think?
I see a lot of people making up stories, and I was shot in both of my feet, and I had to get surgery. And thank God that the bullets didn't touch bones, they didn't break tendons.
Meg didn't say who shot her, but the media started to piece it together.
Nah, the media just started to accuse that dude. That's what happened. The media just started to just say, what's going on? Come on, we gonna go ahead and get one. We got another live one, basically.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, sir. Sweet. We got another live one. Basically, they pretty much created a level of outrage beyond what a person can actually. Like I said, they back people into a corner. They bully people with this shit. How you feeling, Noobs?
Not too bad, man. Yeah, you and me were talking about this the other night. All of this is only like a week old, to me. I was not familiar with the players and the characters and the NPCs and that. But this dude's already in jail, right?
Yeah, he's sitting in the gulag right now as we speak.
That's crazy.
He has been convicted, and it's ridiculous, man. We're gonna get into it because it's absolutely freaking ridiculous. You got one man, Rico's, man, they oh my God, they really doing it.
Yeah, I don't want to blow the punchline because there might be some other folks out there that are just as familiar with it as I am, you know what I mean?
Hey, look, man, that's why we're here, man. We're here to make the unfamiliar familiar and the familiar more familiar, okay? That's what we do over here at Provoke Thoughts. So let's go ahead and get back into it, man. Let's see.
Tory Lanez arrested on gun charge, ends night out with Meg the Stallion.
Tory Lanez allegedly shot.
And you know why they got it? Because the gun is in his car. Possession is 9 cents of the law. And if ain't nobody confessing to the gun, who does it belong to? The driver, right? Or the owner of the vehicle, right? That is crazy. Hey, Miss Unconditional Love, how you doing? Yep. So basically, you can see the play here. What's happening now? Now this is kind of biased towards Megan because the lies are there, but it's funny how they spin it. So I just want people to see this.
Megan Thee Stallion while she was trying to leave.
We were friends. We hung out like every day.
Live shots.
Shot o'clock.
To the stallion.
They developed a friendship. They would hook up here and there.
We were really close.
Meg protected Tory, but was blindsided when
Tory Lanez released a surprise album, Daystar.
Nearly every track on it is about Megan and the incident.
Megan people trying to frame me for a shooting.
He's maniacally chopping up horse legs in what's pretty obvious a reference to Megan.
Tory Lanez.
What the?
Here we go with this again. Oh, it's in his lyrics, so he must have did it. He must have did it because he sung about it.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
Dude, I'm just telling you right, all the people that write South Park are going straight to fucking jail, man.
You see it? It's crazy. It's like, okay. I'm like, none of it makes sense. Like, what is going on? It's not making any sense. That's crazy, man. Wow.
James tweeted, "Good got me. Two best friends, and I got caught. It's sick how you spun it, though."
Meg watched.
It is sick how they spun it because that's the whole premise, man. It's acrimony. It's some vitriol in there, man. That's crazy. Absolutely insane. Oh my God. I feel bad for the guy.
As the world ignored her pain and focused on learning the truth about her relationship with Tory.
What was the nature of your relationship with Tory Lanez? Because he has led people to believe that it was sexual.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
The lie detector determined that was a lot more than 15 times.
Gonna have to be a Jeopardy question.
Oh my God, you just lied. Survey says, man, look, hey, we can do it like this, man. This lady is crazy.
Only two people believed you.
Oh my God. So basically, hey, how many times did you have sex with Tory? Never. You lost, baby. You don't get the car. You don't get anything. And it's crazy because, like I said, her career took this trajectory, man. Wow.
She lying. You're being dishonest about one thing. It makes it seem like you're being dishonest about a bunch of other things.
Ain't that usually how it works? I mean, if you lying about one key thing that can make you understand why everything happened, you're basically lying about everything. I mean, could you possibly agree?
It's a pattern that is completely ignored, Joe Biden.
I mean, absolutely. You lie about a man's cognitive decline, and you expect us to believe that you didn't lie about him having cancer?
Just the lies that came out of that man's mouth before either one of us were born were enough to end his career for normal people. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like, whoa. Now, Megan Thee Stallion is one of those that if you really paying attention and you look at her, you know what type of chick you dealing with based off of conversation, the way she carries herself, all of those different things, man. It's not a hard read, but for young dudes, man, I notice, man, they don't be focused on that. They focused on what they see and not, boy, whew, better pay attention, buddy.
Meg tried to fight back and finally revealed who her shooter was.
Since y'all don't worry about it, yes, Tory shot me. You shot me. Stop lying. And y'all on the internet talking.
See, that's crazy. That's all she had to say. That was all she had to say on social media. And the next thing you know, that man was going through all type of hell. And now that she created that lie and people was going with that version, the version that they wanted to hear, because there's people that want to hear the most terrible thing happen. It's crazy. They want to hear whatever's the most horrible thing. That's what we want to hear. Ooh, he did something to you. He took something from you. Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's absolutely insane, but it's real. It is what it is. It's what happens when you got Megan Thee Stallion running around.
Talking about, you ain't get shot, do this, free talk. I didn't have to spare that, but I did. And I'm done. Ask them why they not saying nothing.
But
that's a pissed off woman right there. And you can tell that she's pissed off about other things. Like it's not about her getting shot or whatever. It's clearly about her feelings. She's in her feelings because I would propose to believe that she really liked us some Tory. And he probably, you know what I'm saying, was like he was going to leave old girl alone, whatever. You never know. These dudes be telling so many lies.
Now, I don't know when that video clip was taken, but from what I've seen of this story so far, there was probably a span of time where she did not know who shot her.
I could probably,
because I don't think she actually saw, like,
she couldn't have, because she got shot in the back of her foot.
Right. And so at this point, in her mind, she probably thinks that dude shot her. That's kind of the gist that I got anyway. I don't know if that's right.
You think that she believed in her heart, like of hearts?
Well, I think that there was a time where she thought that he shot her.
But she made all the other shit like the bitch dance and all that she was talking about. That's cap, man.
Yeah, and so if that happened, the way that other woman says that it happened, and I imagine that'll come up in the video. So, everybody can look at that and kind of figure out if what I'm saying makes any sense.
Yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see.
I got the impression from the stuff that I saw that woman there did not see the shooter. And so I'm not sure where all of the baby dance stuff came from. Because, I mean, if a woman is standing there in front of you and telling you to dance and shooting at your feet, then you saw who the shooter was.
Right. Absolutely.
So I don't know which of those scenarios.
Then Tory finally.
Okay. Yeah. So let's keep it going.
He did say something.
It's falsified information. Nobody has ever said she got shot. Not the police report at this point. Nothing is saying that she got shot. She just says the narrative that whatever came out of me being cut by glass is not true. I was shot in my feet. Some people are like, hold on. How you get shot in your foot and it don't hit no bones or tendons? There's like 30 bones in your feet and like 100 tendons. She knew she had to do certain sympathetic things, I guess, to push the narrative. She lost both of her parents. When you lose a parent, you could be highly susceptible to people around you that are giving you parental guidance, and you go with it.
That was actually a deep, profound statement. I'm with him on that one.
But wait.
When he said that basically her, she got coerced and probably into pushing that he shot her. And she didn't know. So she picked a person. Wasn't nobody saying nothing. He had a reason to protect himself and to protect the girl. He was in a relationship with the other chick. I mean, it's interesting. Wow.
Tory used Meg's biggest heartbreak to make the world doubt her.
I had lost my mom.
My mom is my biggest inspiration.
She was a rapper, right?
Yes. She had a 9-to-5 job, but on her days off, she'll be at the studio and she'll take me to the studio thinking I'm in the lobby doing coloring books and stuff. And I'm at the door really listening. And then one day I just came to her and I was like, I could rap. She was like, no, you can't. And I was like, yes, I can.
She was my number one supporter. She was my manager.
And then it was just over so quick. She left instructions within 5
minutes. It's crazy because they're using that to garner sympathy. That ain't got nothing. This whole section has nothing to do with what happened.
And it sounded like that dude said that he made it sound like she never even got it shot. Like she made it up.
That's possible.
So is that part of the deal?
They never admitted the bullet fragments in the evidence. They said they lost them.
All right. So they don't have any bullet fragments. And I guess they don't have any medical documents on her. She never go see a doctor.
She went to the emergency room.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
And so there's medical records saying that she has a bullet wound?
I mean, I guess.
I wonder. Because if you back up to that video where he's talking, he makes it sound like she made up the part about getting
She
shot.
told the police initially that she stepped on glass.
Oh. So she probably doesn't have medical records that saying she has a bullet wound.
Right. Because they didn't pull any fragments out of her. And he did make a key point when he said that no ligament damage, nothing. She literally said she got shot in both of her feet, but had bandages on one of her legs, like on one of her feet. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? How you get shot in both, and you should be bandaged up?
Yeah.
You know, it's weird. It's some weird crap, man.
Okay, so we don't know for sure that she was shot. Even
the jury's still out. I believe a gun went off. Yeah, I do. And she probably tried to scurry out the way with no shoes on and walked over a bottle. Possible? I think so.
Well, maybe, but her story still doesn't match his story because, you know, that whole the whole dance baby dance thing. I mean, you'd think he would remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but in the Gayle King interview, she said it all happened so fast. And you know, it was all of these different things with her. It was just like weird. Like it's funny about them Gayle King interviews, man. People get on there and they do their thing.
Minutes. She said don't stop. So then I just took that literally.
Without her mom's guidance, Meg threw herself into her music.
I want to make her proud.
I work through my emotions when my schedule gets really full. Like I'm probably going through something because I want to keep my mind busy. Usually I write music and I'm like, okay, I'm sad, but I'll write body. I'm upset. Okay, I'm writing freak nasty. I'll write something.
You hear that shit? So out of her sadness comes nasty shit. Pretty much.
About how I want to feel.
This very public and dynamic sexual appetite in her performance, and all of that combined to make her someone certainly not vulnerable.
They're
So
sitting
brave,
amongst
so heroic.
Jenners and Cardi B, and so that now put Megan Thee Stallion in a place where she was a megastar.
Biggest, if not the biggest hip hop artist in the world. And Tory, there is no comparison.
The hell they mean? That's a Grammy Award winner, man. What are they talking about? It's crazy. His career, he was on a stratosphere of his own. Trust, believe me.
Really, as far as relevance.
And when Meg met rapper Tory Lanez, she thought he would understand her pain.
When my mom passed, I was looking for some type of family, and his mom passed too. So when I felt like we were bonding over that.
She lost both her parents, and I do sympathize with that.
But Tory dealt with losing his mom differently.
I was a very rebellious
Here comes
child, very super rebellious. From age 14, I was just fighting.
Meg never thought Tory would turn his violence on her.
She knows what happened. I know what happened. And we know that what you're saying and the alleged things and the alleged accusations are not true.
Tory Lanez has had hints of violence in the past. He has pulled up on Travis Scott before. Attacking
you see, that's the Rico shit.
So this is not something that's out of the normal for Tory Lanez's character.
But that don't mean he did that. You know, it's crazy.
Yep, that's just shade.
Yeah, and that's basically what trials are now. We're gonna throw shade until we can't throw it no more, and
until we run out of shade.
I swear, it's crazy.
They're making dudes like Brian Steele rich.
Absolute crazy work, bro. I'm telling you.
Megan Thee Stallion accused of faking injury after pictured without foot bandage.
Fans take sides, and most of them seem to be defending Tory.
Megan was crucified online. People wish death.
People was literally believing Tory. Like, for real. I mean, that's one of the things that kind of tripped me out about what happened. It just seemed goofy. Like, this is the goofiest thing, who shot John and why would he shoot her? Well, I don't know, man.
On her.
Even though she's the one who's allegedly been shot.
I wish he would have just shot and killed me if I knew I was going to have to go through this torture.
Why'd you say she?
Huh?
You just said she.
I don't know. Let me see. Let me back it up a little bit. Give it a little.
People wish death on her.
Even though she's the one who's allegedly been shot.
I wish he would have just shot and killed me if I knew I was going to have to go through this torture.
Now, do you
I wish
see
he
that?
would have just shot. She would have just shot and killed me, not he.
Let's go back again. Shit, you catching something that I missed.
I wish he would have just shot
No,
and
I
killed
wish
me
he.
if I knew I was going to
It's
have
on
to
the.
go
It's
through
on the
this torture.
Back it up
This is
again
messed
and
up my
listen
whole
without
life.
the listen.
I don't even want to be on this
But
earth
that's
no
not her
more.
talking. That's somebody else narrating.
With no one to turn to for
okay.
guidance,
Yeah.
Meg didn't know how to keep going.
I feel crazy. I'm sad. I just want to pick up the phone and call my mama and be like, what do I do? Like,
See, that's the sympathy card that she's using
Uh-huh.
to garner.
Oh yeah. Well, professional victimhood. That's the way to.
I mean, and trust and believe me, man. My mama's still on earth, and I wouldn't even know how to feel. But you using it as a sympathy card for everything. Like everything that happened, you was dead out your mind, drunk, dealing with your homegirls, dude, and you surprised this happened or anything happened. Okay.
it's too much. When I would do something good, my mama could say, good job. And she was just so cool, and I just trusted her so much, and her opinion just meant so much to me. But now when I do it's like, I don't know if I'm doing that good of a job.
In her darkest moment, Meg realized what her mom's final message to her really meant.
I really
Go
realized
towards
that my
the
mama was really...
light.
I mean, you wrong for that, but
I'm just, hey,
okay. So basically, what you get here is everybody is really sitting here trying to make this a believable situation, and it's not. I mean, I don't know how they really did a hell of a job of trying to spin it, but they couldn't do anything with this.
Yeah.
So we fast forward the clock from 2022 when he was convicted up until now. Okay. And of course, I don't know who has been watching or what's been going on, but there is new information. Who shot John and all that great stuff. So we're going to take a listen.
Singer, rapper Tory Lanez, convicted of shooting performer Megan Thee Stallion after a party at the Hollywood Hills home of Kylie Jenner. Here's the story. They're at the party. After the party, they get into an argument. Lanez tells Megan Thee Stallion, dance, and shoots at her feet like a cowboy movie, hits her. Proof? Testimony of Megan Thee Stallion, her friend Kelsey Harris, and DNA evidence on the weapon that convinced jurors to convict. Pretty simple, right? Maybe not. Turns out that DNA, only a 0.01% chance that the DNA is from Lanez.
Now stop right there.
I was already on it.
How in the hell do you go through an entire court case and you only get this meow?
When it's stacked, baby. With kangaroo court, that's how.
What kangaroo court was responsible for this?
I think this was California, man.
Yeah.
This
like
was Cali.
LA.
Yeah, this was Cali, man.
All right.
Man, it's crazy. So let's go, man. I knew you would want to stop right there. I knew you would want to stop right there.
Yeah,
he's always maintained his innocence. He was sentenced to 10 years. So this is really about the testimony. Lanez, so what happens? So he goes away, recently stabbed 14 times in prison. Many say it was a hit, okay? Because new evidence is about to come out. All right, a little conspiratorial, but he was definitely stabbed. Lanez.
I could see that. I can see that. Somebody else almost got stabbed up in jail, and his name is R. Kelly.
Yep.
Yeah.
With
but
a pen, too.
Yeah, he almost got stabbed up. So, Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it was a hit. It was a hit.
Who is that in there? You're hiding behind that woman's head.
That is the young conservative that's sitting behind Miss Megan Thee Stallion.
What's up, man? Can you make her lips move?
Nah. Let's see. Let's see what she got to say for herself. As a matter of fact, we're gonna take it up top. That's what we're gonna do. How about that? We'll go on top of the shit. All right. So
Reporters believe that the media doesn't care because Megan Thee Stallion is represented by Jay-Z's Rock Nation. Now, I could give a damn about Jay-Z or his company. This just wasn't a case on my radar until now.
You could give a damn about Joe Biden's decline too, sir. You don't care, fucker. Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad. I had a moment.
Why? Anna Paulina Luna. She is a representative from Florida. You see her here on a regular basis. She says she's got new evidence, says it wasn't him. And she joins us now. Representative APL, it's good to have you.
Thanks, Chris. Happy to be back on. And thanks for taking a look at this case.
No, listen, you tell me to take a look at it, I'll look at it. But why did you look at it? I mean, this isn't your jurisdiction. I don't know you to have any connection to any of these people.
Yeah, so as you know, we are on oversight and accountability. And so this case was actually initially flagged for me by Amber Rose. And the reason why I took particular interest...
Wait a minute, hold on. Amber Rose, huh? That's something else, man. We got an entertainer helping out an entertainer. That is quite all right. Yes. I like that. I like that. Amber Rose, nice Republican girl that converted over.
Yeah.
You know, Trump baby. Yes. All right. Let's go.
And it is because of the fact that they actually had evidence that they presented to me in my office that actually disproved the conviction. So as you stated earlier, that 0.01% of DNA, they actually found 4 people's DNA on that firearm, none of which was Tory's. Not to mention there was 0 fingerprints on the actual magazine.
Now wait just a cotton picking minute, man. So you mean to tell me 4 other people DNA, but not the person that's sitting in jail? You didn't test none of this DNA? Why?
It's a reason for that, man.
Why?
You better be a millionaire independently.
Why? Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Yeah.
But you know what? Lies are starting to be exposed, man. Sorry.
And also, too, as you said, 0.01% chance. I mean, that evidence in itself should pretty much speak for itself. Also, there's been ring footage that's been obtained that actually disproves the whole dance, Megan. And so
why people be acting like ain't no cameras? I mean, because if he was close enough, you know, them ring cameras can pick up, man. Mine can pick up out into the street, and that's like maybe a good 20, 30 feet, no, maybe about 40 feet. And they can pick it up nice. Seriously, it's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. So they was counting on a lot of things not happening that are happening.
what we're seeing is really there was a case of he said, she said. The evidence wasn't actually respected and properly adhered to actually in the trial. And then they also were doing something that I would find pretty wild and egregious. They're actually submitting his lyrics for rap as evidence to the crime. So look.
That's a violation of free speech.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane, man. They go all the way out to get these boys, man. Telling you, it's crazy. It is crazy. That is wild. Let's go.
First and foremost, you have to have a free and fair society. That means we need to respect and uphold the justice system. So I actually reached out today to Gavin Newsom's office, and we are requesting an emergency meeting. We're also working with other.
Now, that made me nervous because Gavin, he on that side of the, the Me Too people might come to his office and burn it down. For real.
With pitchforks and torches.
Yeah, he on the side of that team. And they'll be like, what are you doing? Oh, my God.
Burn the witch. Burn the witch.
Oh, my God.
They're Democrats, specifically to the California delegation. But I think that this is something that's pretty egregious, that the way that this was handled, the way that it was. I think that it was largely driven by headlines. And aside from the people involved and the parties involved. Obviously, I take domestic violence, I take this very seriously, Chris, but I also take very seriously the fact that I do believe, based on the evidence that I've seen, that Tory's innocent. And I think that it sets a really bad message when you have someone of his stature and also to someone that is as influential as he is, it's being wrongfully incarcerated. And that's exactly why we wanted to use our megaphone for a good reason and help get him his pardon, which I think
they need to go through all these celebrity cases again with a fine-tooth comb.
Yes, they do.
This is ridiculous. This goes to show you exactly what they do. And eventually it can't hold water because eventually common sense has to kick in. Common sense of what happened here in this situation. They was at Kylie Jenner's house. They was drinking, they got drunk. Tory Lanez is coming on to probably everybody. Probably everybody. So they ready to leave because he trying to get in Miss Kylie Jenner or whatever. They bounced because Megan ready to go. She already drunk, acting a fool. I believe that she was already hostile getting into the car. Okay. Tory and the other girl was in the back seat.
Kelsey
was in the back seat. Him behind the driver, her behind Megan. Okay? This is what happened. They got into an argument. Everything was going down, and Tory let the cat out the bag, let it be known that him and Megan be cutting up, when she in town or whatever the case may be, and a fight breaks out between her and Kelsey. They fight all out the car. They ain't even prepared. They in their bikinis out there, the thongs fighting. Okay?
How come we don't have video of that?
I don't know. That's the weird part about it. They may have it. A fight broke out. This actually did come out in the court. And basically, what happened was that girl, because they try to make it seem like that fight didn't happen, but when she got in the ambulance, they had footage of her in the ambulance. She had a knot. I'm talking about a knot Megan did on the top of her head. That girl mopped the floor with Megan. And then turned around and went and got the gun. And I believe that what happened was she shot 3 times in the air, and Tory grabbed the gun, just took her hand out the air basically, and she was still pulling the trigger. Which is probably why she might have got grazed by a bullet. That's what I think happened. That makes more sense than dance, bitch, dance. I mean, it just makes more sense to me than that. Look, these victims out here, man. Megan ain't no victim. Megan, after all of this happened, started getting promotion. I'm talking about Pepsi, all type of different things that started coming her way after this particular situation. Like she did a big, huge commercial for the Super Bowl. You look up and Megan is sitting here bouncing ass at the Kamala rally for 5 million bones. Come on, man. You got to be kidding me. So who's the next rapper female we gonna try to make a victim out of? Sexy Red? And we know she take penis. She jacking it.
Mm-hmm.
She not finna wait for nothing. And nobody. So it's a doggone shame to me, man, that Tory got to go through this, that R. Kelly got to go through this, and even Diddy got to go through what he going through, because let's be real about it, man. This is a freako.
Yep.
There ain't no RICO charges, a freako.
That's what's coming next. Gonna be freako charges.
Freako charges.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking freako. So that brings me to my next shit. Not him. I think it's right here somewhere. The art of the one man freako. The one man freako. So basically, it seemed like if there's women involved, you get top-notch charges. They literally put an enhancement on Tory Lanez for thugs and gangbangers and people who've constantly been caught with weapons. just to get him in the can for as long as they possibly could. That sucks. That's horrible. So they go for broke on you. They not playing with you. They are seriously not playing with us, man. And the crazy thing about it is people don't even realize exactly what's going on. Or they do, and they don't care. I mean, so we got this where a woman clearly lied. We got Azriel Cleary back in 2019 that told the absolute truth. And once she got some text messages and everything from the BOP, she clearly started lying. We got Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie's clearly lying. Cassie's not a victim. You know, you got a lot of these people that are calling themselves victims. And these men are getting caught up in freakos because they doing all the nasty stuff to all the females and they getting it in how they want to. And when it don't work out because a woman done sacrificed herself and threw herself up as a lamb to the slaughter, now she's upset and she wants compensation. That's why the only reason why Megan Thee Stallion went to anybody's police is because of the simple fact that she had to. They rolled up on her. If they had not have rolled up on her, you would have had nothing to worry about. It wouldn't have been nothing to worry about at all. That's what I believe. What about you, Noobs? How you feeling? Noobs went outside, huh?
Yes, so.
Well, how you feel about it, man?
Yeah, it's getting too much, man. Now we got to deal with this youngster, man, by the name of DDG. Same shit.
And I would probably be more into the Diddy trial.
Yeah.
But it's the same old shit. It's the same soup warmed up. I'm hearing the same things. And it's really starting to upset me. You know, and I ain't gonna keep on doing that to myself.
Yeah, it kind of is starting to piss me off, and it's getting old at this point.
I mean, because they're just running the same script that they ran back in 2020.
Hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
There we go. Yeah, and then today they had that psychiatrist on. What's her name?
I don't know.
Well, you should get to know her because she's been in other trials. Let me see here. Let me find. I'm gonna duck out for just a minute. Let me go find this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, J-Rock, where you at, man? I know you in here. You in here somewhere. We can go ahead and drop a link for you, buddy. Once again, I do want to welcome everybody and thank you for coming in to Provoke Thoughts. Make sure that if it is your first time coming in that you like and you share and you subscribe to the channel. Tap the notification bell to make sure that you know when I go. Okay? So that's the long and the short of that. You know, now I do want to let you know that my store is back up because I've been doing a little bit of rebranding. So
I've seen it, man.
If you all want to grab a t-shirt, you know, you can go to Bonfire. You see, I got some new t-shirts coming out, you know, with the new logos. You know, got that Provoke Thoughts, got that Provoke Thoughts Fire. You know, been working on my logos, and I landed on a couple that I like, so we're going to do it like that. Let me know if y'all feeling it. Y'all can go over there to Bonfire, the Provoke store, and grab yourself one. It would be greatly appreciated to be represented out here in these streets. I done gave a couple of little cute pies to represent, and they helped me out a little bit, so that's cool. And I appreciate it. I sure appreciate it. Now,
Before we move on, I found the Dawn Hughes.
Okay.
Does that name ring a bell to anybody?
She was on Surviving R. Kelly.
Nope.
Literally, she was. I think
She was what?
she was on Surviving R. Kelly.
I will have to look and see, because that's
Sounds
not where I
familiar.
know her from. So I'm not saying that that's yes or no. I just don't know. But she was the same pointy head that was testifying at the Johnny Depp trial.
Understood. The psychologist did, well, when you're a victim, you do this and you do that. And when you're a victim,
and that's
you
what
don't have
kills
any
me.
accountability.
That's what kills me about the whole psychiatry shtick. Because, I mean, you can bend anything, any kind of way to suit whatever narrative that you want to create.
When you're a victim, you eat chicken on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a victim. But anyway, let me go ahead and get my little store stuff out the way. I was over here doing some promotions. Like I said, if you guys want to come, want to go and get a shirt, of course, go into the Provoke Thought store at www.bonfire.com/store/the Provoke Thought store. Everybody on X, everybody on Rumble, everybody on Twitch, and everybody on YouTube. You know where to go. Please get me together. Thank you very much. All right, so people, one man Frico, man. I believe in that. It's not a Rico anymore. It's over with. It's a Frico. Straight up Frico. They get you for being nasty. They lock these two men up for being nasty. And you got people out here that's done shot people that they give bond to, stab people, give bond to, and then you just are such a rigorous threat to society because you done took some goodies or whatever.
And then sneak them out the back door or find somebody to give you a court order to keep them in the country, even though they're gang members.
My God. And it's crazy. They holler due process about Abrego Garcia, and yet there's no due process for R. Kelly. It seems like the due process went out the door for Diddy. Due process definitely went out the door with Tory Lanez, from what we can see. Because obviously,
if R. Kelly were an illegal alien, they'd have brought him into the courtroom and give him a nice hot cup of tea and make sure that his feet were comfy and he had an ottoman and everything, and so
and snuck his ass out the back door.
Oh yeah, it's like, hey man, this trial's not going to go good for you, says the judge. So here, let me get you out the back door over here, man.
Why y'all ain't sneak Kels out the back door? That'd have been nice. Jeez. You know what I'm saying? He could have used a W like that. Y'all could have snuck Kels after all the hits he done gave you. You can't, but no, you'll steal his damn jail records and get his girlfriend to flip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, due process. Man,
it's only due process when they want it to be.
Yep, when it's convenient for them.
That's it. That's all.
Mm-hmm. It's like the Democrats. It's convenient.
Yep.
Man, they are the most terrible individuals on the planet. I tell you, I don't know what the heck.
And this goes back to, and I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but Derek, you and I had a conversation about this once before. It was kind of a footnote in our other ramblings, but so the Supreme Court was pretty much set, whenever Biden took office. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, they knew where the openings were, going to be and that sort of deal. And so what did he do instead? He and Obama both did the same thing, and that was to pack all of these local courts, all these federal and district courts with lunatics.
Yeah, with full-fledged activists.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, at the time, it was like, oh, well, when we talked about it, it was like, oh, well, that's going to be a future issue or whatever, because, we're dealing with what was then the current administration, where it started in Obama. But here, man, this is what it was all about.
Yeah.
This is what all of those judge appointments were under both Obama and Biden.
Mm-hmm. You're goddamn right, man.
Yep. And here you got Congress. Yep. Oh, yeah, we authorized that slot, don't you know? Oh, yeah, that one too. And that one too. Yeah, let's pack the courthouses.
I promise you, because that's exactly what the heck they did.
All in the name of justice and defending the American people and, you know, the backlogs and that sort of thing. And then look at which district attorneys we get. You know, because last I heard, you know, Letitia, her district has a huge backlog. You know, she's not doing the deal. She's
because she's chasing around Donald Trump.
Exactly. Same with Fannie. Same with Fannie. Chasing YSL for crying out loud. And Trump. Both of them. Losers.
Absolute losers, man.
And how many judges did they go through in the YSL case? I mean, if you think about it, they really went through 3.
Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. Hey, yo, let's give it up for my man J Rock. What's going on, bro? How you feeling?
What's up, man?
What it do?
What up, Derek? What up, What up, Nudes? What up, Yellow Beezy?
Hey, man.
Hanging out, man.
I was looking at the title. It said, "Believe all women, even the liars." Okay. I find that very ironic because you say believe all women, but they can't believe a woman who passed away over 20 years ago, who said multiple times she was never married, and has not one bad thing to say about the person who so-called essayed or molested her.
It's believe all women.
Yeah, it's believe all women
when
as
they talking
long
shit.
as it lines up with our narrative.
Absolutely.
And if it doesn't line up with our narrative, fuck her. And that's exactly what they did in regards to Aaliyah, because fuck what you say as far as what's true. We gonna push out our own narrative and our own conclusion. So guess what? You get to be a martyr for a cause that you never signed up for.
I'm here to tell you, and that's exactly what happened, man.
Yes, sir. Amen.
You're gonna be hit for the cause. So, you know, keeping with the theme of the evening, you know, of course, like I said, Megan was out here spewing lies, man, and it's putting me in a real analytical mode, because, you know, now she's flipping out and talking shit on on social media and just trying to defame the hell out of Tory. She's grasping at serious straws, you know, but we gonna bounce back to Gail, goofy ass. I don't know how she sat up here and believed anything. I mean, like the lady that interviewed Jussie Smollett was like, wait a minute, motherfucker. I mean, seriously, like, how the hell you gonna sit? That don't even make no sense. Like, when the heck is common sense going to kick in? So we gonna jump it off. We gonna psychoanalyze this line, eyelash to eyelashes, like old girl Jasmine Crockett having
all day.
So you guys end up in a car. You, Tory Lanez, your friend at the time, Kelsey, and his driver / security.
Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, is a Grammy-nominated rapper and singer from Canada. Kelsey Harris was one of Megan Thee Stallion's best friends from Houston.
There was an argument, and you get out of the car, right?
At that point, the argument wasn't even with me. Like, the argument was with the two people in the backseat.
Oh, the woman.
The driver.
And what was they arguing about? You know, you over here, you fucking you fucking my girl, you ain't shit, I don't even want that chick, yada, blah, blah, but you already know what happened in that car. And then old girl probably cracked her from the back seat to the front. Wow, you know how it go down.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it go down, man. You know, this was a hood fight.
No, it was way more romantic than that, though.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
pull the car over, like, I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. Like, I should have not got back in the car.
Oh,
Troy's like, Megan, just
Lord.
get back in the car. We almost there. Like, just get back in. So I get back in the car.
Wait a minute. So it's an argument popping off. You leave, and they like, oh, this stuff. Wait, we lost Megan. So they screw their argument. We lost Megan. Megan ain't around. What the heck is going on, man? Megan ain't around. Megan, we can't have this argument without you.
You see, what really got me was when I saw the animated version of her story. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
I ain't seen that, man. Grab that.
Yeah. Oh, there is an animated version of her
Grab
story.
that. What are you doing? Come on, Jay Rock. He's my guy.
Well, hold on, man. You've been on. You've been on top of a lot of stuff. I'm surprised you of all people didn't know about it.
I can't get everything, man. Not everything. You know some things, but not everything. All right, let's keep moving.
Hold on.
It's like it's getting worse.
Like, arguing in the car.
The arguing in the car is getting worse, and I don't want to be in this car no more.
Because she probably got punched a couple times. I wouldn't want to be in the car and it's hot and it's on me and I'm being called a bunch of hood rats, hookers, and hoes because I done messed around with, I mean, come on now. What you getting out the car for? It makes no sense.
Or like, because I see it's getting crazy. So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, dance. And he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God.
It's some meat on that bone. Can you hear? You feel me? It all happened so fast, and then all of a sudden, dance, bitch, dance. So what happened so fast?
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how, somebody gets time to make up their story or whatever the hell it is that they're doing.
It's more meat on that bone. Like, it all happened so fast, but you can remember dance, bitch, dance, pow, 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 pow. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, he shot a couple of times. And I was
so you hear all this sniffling and snotting news, I'm sure, and I think Yellow Bees on your TV, something going crazy back there. It's going crazy. Yep. I knew it.
There it is. Yep.
I knew it. All right. Get you back together. You probably went to the bathroom or something. You never know people.
In the car, shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window, shooting.
Okay. All right. So
she says she's seen him at this point.
Right.
Because she saw him standing up over the window.
All right. So let's unpack that real quick. She was in the front seat. Tory and girlfriend was in the back seat. The girl was sitting on the passenger side behind her. So basically what would have had to happen is that he somehow jumped from the back seat to the front seat with a gun to shoot over the car because she went to the back of the car.
Here's my question, though.
If he's in the back seat and she's in the back of the car, there is no door to shoot over.
Do what?
If she walked to the back of the car,
yeah,
and he's in the back seat, there is no door for him to shoot over.
Well, if it's a 4-door.
But if he's in the back seat and she's in the back of the car.
But she said he shot over the window.
So, but how can he shoot over a window of a door that's not there?
It depends. We don't know at this point if he's still inside the car or out of the car.
She said he was standing.
Right.
Over the window.
Which means he's shooting over the top of the car. The part that gets me, though, is where she says she saw him do this. That is the part to me that,
right,
because she's saying that she saw who the shooter is and that it was him. And of course, that had to be a lie because the evidence showed that it wasn't.
Either way, yeah, she's full of crap. Yeah,
Yeah.
full of
And
crap.
so, I don't know if this is why another reason why I think she did not see the shooter, and it's leading me to believe that she may have never been shot.
100%.
And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick, because I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me.
Were you afraid for your life?
No tears at this point, but there's a whole lot of crying.
Yeah. Her makeup will be running down her face.
It's a whole lot of crime going on right now, but ain't a drop of tear. Man, Gail, you stupid.
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before. And I looked down at my feet because I wasn't even, the adrenaline is pumping so hard. I'm not sure if he hit me. I feel it, but I don't understand what's happening. So I look down at my feet and I'm like, oh my God, I'm really bleeding. So I drop down and I crawl in somebody's driveway. I can't believe you shot me.
Wipe that weak ass tear.
No, Derek, I already saw that coming.
J-Rock, are you with me, sir? News. Oh my God, you see this shit?
Yeah, I saw it so many times.
This is the shit that made me want to throw my remote watching Surviving R. Kelly, man.
And what is he saying, Tory Lanez saying?
He's
after
apologizing. I'm so sorry. Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing.
Okay, so he apologized. That's bullshit. That's hearsay like a motherfucker. If you ain't look shit, I ain't apologize for shit I ain't did. For real, And he might have just been apologetic due to the fact that they was all drunk and he done tried to push a gun down and the female was firing in the damn air. Man, that's new hot girl shit. Ain't that one of those little sayings? It's that new hot girl shit. What? Damn. Oh, God.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you offering me money right now? Help me. And if you sorry, just help me.
But at that moment,
we didn't even make it to the house. Somebody had already called the police and it was so many of them. It was helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. The George Floyd incident had just happened.
Oh, now she's a hero.
Oh my God, you are saving lives.
Brave. Oh my goodness.
George Floyd thing, it just happened.
Same script. It's the same script, nigga.
I'm talking about she diving right in the, gaslight.
Oh my goodness. Yep.
Diving right into the gaslight, man.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, this is crazy.
It's like that woman that was stealing all that stuff from Target and told the security and the cops that was her Rosa Parks moment. What?
The gaslight.
Yep. It's like, oh man, let's see, what historical figure can I call out to help defend my bullshit?
Oh my goodness, the George Floyd thing. Just listen to this silly shit. We're gonna be pausing here with rapid fire. Cause she just gonna keep on rattling off bull crap.
Police are definitely very much shoot first, ask questions after. So I'm like, it's a hot gun in the car. I'm bleeding. I've been shot. They about to kill somebody.
So she thinking she gonna get shot by the police? If she bleed and she need care, that's crazy.
Man.
That's crazy work. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Oh, she's bleeding. Bang, bang, bang. Oh my God. Make it make sense, lady. Oh, Meg. Hey, oh my gosh. Whew. All of this so you can go ahead and get boosted up by a loser. And the thing about it is, if Kamala Harris had won the election, this never would have happened.
Mm-mm.
This
Okay,
never
Derek.
would have.
Derek. I couldn't find what I wanted, but I found a little snippet of it. I put it in the private chat.
Okay. We go visit that.
It's a short. Yeah, it ain't long at all.
Yeah, we can go short. We going long right now. But I'm on vacation, so this is a vacation for both thoughts.
Like something bad is about to happen.
Mm-hmm. So somebody hears the gunshots. They call the police. The police come, and they say what to you?
They tell everybody to get out
of the car.
TMZ.
I mean, shit. Come on.
Obtained video from that night.
And then you could see the footage of me in the swimsuit, limping backwards, feet bleeding.
And they say
it looked like foot bleed, basically.
Dude, if she got shot, she's not standing up.
I don't remember everything they said to me, but I remember them asking me what's happening, what happened to you. And I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us. So I just said I stepped on glass because I didn't
Why did you say?
She said she stepped on glass. I'm gonna answer your question before you ask it, Gail. She said she stepped on glass because guess what? She stepped on glass. Riddle me that. Yes, that's what happened. That's why the bullet fragments were not there when it was time for the court date. Wow.
That. Why didn't you say he shot me?
I didn't. For some reason, I was just trying to protect all of us because I didn't want them to kill us. Like, even though this person just did this to me, my first reaction still was to try to save us.
If a motherfucker shot me, that mama right there, getting me crazy. Come on now.
Well, let us also keep in mind it's the same chick that tried to talk some bullshit about R. Kelly, talk about making R. Kelly going viral. Now, guess what? Your ass is now viral.
As hell.
And, I told people every time you put that man's name in your mouth, something bad happened to you.
Say, let's not smite the kills. Let's not do that, Megan Thee Stallion. Let's keep it going because she is in bullshit mode. Like, boy, this is crazy.
It's like, I didn't want to see anybody die.
No tears.
So I just said, I stepped on glass.
She got snot, but no tears. Ain't that some shit?
So when I see people trying to use that against me, like trying to act like I'm lying, oh, she stepped on glass, she never got shot. I'm the one who said I stepped on.
Wait a minute. Like, I'm the one who said I stepped on glass, so you a liar one way or the other. One way or the other, you out here telling lies. This is ridiculous. And they was going for this shit back in 2020.
Oh, glass. I was lying to protect all of us. And sometimes I wish I really would have never said that.
You wish you would have just told the truth.
I wish I would have told the truth, but if it saved all of us from dying, then that's just probably what it was meant to be.
So when you told the police you stepped on glass, did they believe you?
I don't know.
So how did you go from the glass? Did you go to the hospital?
So they took me straight to the hospital. And the police questioned me.
I thought they shoot first. They done asked a lot of damn questions without gunplay. And
yeah, and nobody in this neighborhood, I mean, did they have somebody that said, oh, yeah, I heard gunshots. It was at 1:31 a.m. in the morning.
They had some witnesses, but, they used it to their advantage. People who was so far away, they couldn't really see what the hell was going on.
But did anybody say that they heard gunshots? I mean, do we at least know there were gunshots?
I mean, yeah, because somebody called the police. And they had helicopters and all type of shit. So, it's crazy. But, yeah.
And I said it was just glass.
You still stuck with that story.
I stuck with it was glass. And
Wait a minute. How can you stick with a story when they got to pull whatever is in your foot out your damn foot?
Well, and I'm still trying to get over the piece where, the fact, and if it is a fact that neighbors heard gunshots, then we at least know that a gun was fired.
Yeah.
And so what we don't know is whether this chick actually saw who fired the gun.
I don't think she did.
Yeah, and if she did see who fired the gun, then why she blame it on old dude instead of?
Because old girl is her best friend.
But she's boinking her boyfriend? I don't know.
No, she was boinking her friend's boyfriend.
Friend's boyfriend. And the green grass grows all around. Okay.
Yeah, so Megan was messing around with Tory behind her friend's back. It all came out in the car. They got into a fight. Old girl went back in the car and got that gun and then probably told her to dance. She blamed all that.
Officers, when we leaving, the doctor, you got both of your feet. Like, got fragments in this foot, and like right on the back of your Achilles.
Oh, that don't look like glass.
You had been shot. The report also says you still have bullet fragments in my feet.
Okay.
And
I said that don't look like
as
glass.
we sit here today.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Derek? Oh, my goodness.
I guess we did.
Yeah, he'll be back here in a minute. Was his video chopping up for you too?
Oh yeah, I've seen that interview so many times.
No. I mean, when Derek was running the video, was it choppy?
No.
At the end, it was choppy, which usually tells me he's having like an
was kind
internet
of
problem
choppy on his end. It was.
Yeah, so he'll be back. He probably got throwed completely out. Now he's saying swear words.
Yeah, he might be cussing right now.
Hey, so in other news, while we're waiting for Derek to come back, in other news, I heard today that the two female Secret Service agents got into a physical altercation over at Obama's place. Did you guys see that story?
No, I didn't hear anything about that.
So, because how he's rooting all the DEI hires, out of the, government offices and that sort of thing. And so somebody at some point had made a joke about, oh, well, should send all the DEI hires, over to, the Democrats who hired them all. And so the story is that, well, maybe that's what he did. Did we all get cut out?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, I just
so you say that the Secret Service agents got into it.
Yeah. So I guess and so it is two women, and I guess one of them was supposed to be shift change for the other, and she was late there or whatever, and so somebody got the recording and the videotape. I don't know how people get their hands on these things, and some piece of videotape of these two going at it, when they're supposed to be guarding the former president. They're out catfighting at the little guard shack.
That's crazy.
These must have been the ones that were on Trump's detail that he got rid of.
Okay, I'm curious. What actually started the whole fight?
The thing that started the whole fight was that one of them was mad that the other had showed up late, to relieve her off of her shifts, making her late, to leave. And so there, I guess when they finally got face to face or whatever, both of them just ratcheted their behavior, until it came into a physical confrontation. So now you got two Secret Service agents fighting each other when they're supposed to be, part of the president's detail. There he is.
Yeah, I had to figure out my life, man.
Well, yeah, it sounded like you were having streaming issues, and I was hoping you were going to be able to make it back on.
Oh yeah,
because I don't have any of the controls that I had over on the other.
Oh yeah, I was definitely on my way back. I was gonna figure that shit out, man.
Yeah,
well, I thought you was coming back, trying to catch the scores of the replay from the Knicks and Pacers.
Oh nah, who won?
The game. It's halftime right now.
Who of the Knicks? Or the Pacers?
Nah, I think the Pacers up by 2.
Ooh.
Oh man, another close one. And I thank you guys for sticking in it with me while I was going through my shit.
Yeah, it happens, and everybody knows you're trying out new software and getting everything under control, so it's all good.
Oh yeah, I mean, actually, I'm on a side note, I'm loving the new software. As you can see, I found a theme I can stick with.
Yeah,
this is very, very simple. The logo is very, very simple, but it looks good. It's simple but looks good. I mean, so I'm working it out, people.
Gotta work it out, brother. Gotta work it out.
And keeping the content where it is. But we was kind of done with Megan. Megan's a liar.
Yeah.
Correction. The Pacers are actually up by 5. They must have hit a 3 when I wasn't looking.
Ooh.
So it's 69-64 at halftime.
Cool, because I want Indianapolis to go crazy this year. Yes. Go crazy.
Let's hope they can win a championship this time.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, Halliburton's been playing pretty good now.
Because I'm not gonna go there.
I'm pulling for Indiana. I'm pulling for I want the Knicks. I want New York to lose for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I mean, nobody likes New York. Nobody's a fan of New York, I don't think. I mean, so due to the technical difficulties, we're gonna go ahead and check out of here. We've covered Meg. Meg is in trouble.
Shut up, Meg.
So anybody, well, we're gonna go through the panel real quick before we cut out. Who thinks that she should go to jail for this?
Well, women got
at least perjury.
Well, yeah, hold her accountable, man.
I'll tell you what, me personally,
women, that's a woman's weakness is accountability.
Now it's their strength. They avoided like Neo from the Matrix.
And
no, I can't do that.
Look, they treat accountability like Superman treats kryptonite, like a vampire treats garlic.
Right. Definitely that, man. I mean, it's crazy as hell to know that you got women out here that just believe what they want to believe. It ain't got to be truth. It's just hey.
And that'll be the thing. That's why she won't go to jail.
Because she believed.
Right. It doesn't matter if she does or not. All she has to do is just keep saying that she does. Now, Homeboy's got one hell of a civil suit. And so she got that to look forward to.
Yeah, because I'd sue her socks off. Because I believe.
Oh, my goodness.
The pardon's going to happen, I believe.
It's not going to be a pardon. It's not going to be a pardon.
That's what they keep saying.
No. I don't think it's going to be a pardon. If they've got evidence that he didn't do it,
there should be a full-fledged dismissal.
They got to go back. That's right. Not guilty.
I mean, because that's big. Like you're not they can't tie you to the weapon.
Yeah, I don't see how this could be a pardon situation. If they've got DNA evidence that he was not the dude, then that's you got to get a judge and all the things and go over that, and it needs to be reversed.
So that could be the question that you. So, J Rock, what you think going to come of this?
What I think, or what do I want to happen?
Either way.
Okay, well,
both. You give me both.
Okay, well, what I think is going to happen is Tory's going to get out. When, I don't know, but I think Tory's going to get out, and he gets out, and once he gets out and he starts telling his story, it's gonna be real bad for Meg.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be real bad for Meg.
She's
not gonna go to jail. She's not gonna face no jail time. But what news said about that lawsuit, that's real. Now, what I want to happen, I want Meg to do the remaining time that Tory had left.
Man, wouldn't that be nice?
Damn. Woo.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
That's what I want to happen.
Take you and that ass in there with you.
Because if you're gonna treat Bill Cosby and R. Kelly as an example, guess what? We gonna treat you as one too.
Right, because at some point it's got to stop. It's just got to stop. I mean, if you had somebody commit a crime on you, go to the police station, number one. Number two, don't even lie about it. Like, tell the truth off top. But you didn't tell the truth. If you didn't know anything, you should have said you didn't know anything, but you got on television or on Instagram or whatever and did your little rant, caused a firestorm, and got this man locked up. Because once people start, it's something about when people start embracing you as a victim. The love these people give you just for being a victim is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You get all the love in the freaking world. Just somebody did something to me, and you get all the love in the world. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. So
no thought process or nothing. It's just like, I believe her. If
right.
they say he did it, he did it.
Right. And that's the ridiculousness that got Bill Cosby, the ridiculousness that got R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein. They're trying to do to Smokey because they've opened up their investigation on Smokey. Believe that.
Trump's fake sexual assault trial.
Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't touch that woman. And what they was doing, they wanted the civil suit so they could go criminal.
Yeah, and that's why I keep calling them the District of No Evidence.
Right. You cannot get, and then Diddy, oh my God. All of these people, you got a lot of disgruntled people at that level, and the thing about it with Trump was that you expect for a slew of women to have come falling out of the woodworks over the past since he's been out on the scene.
Well, the good thing is, though, and I don't know if you've noticed it, but I've certainly noticed it. There are a lot more people that are saying that, yeah, Diddy's dirty. He did all these crazy things or whatever, but, that shit's not illegal. All these other people that were at his, you know what I'm saying? And so it's not just a one-sided sounding board anymore.
Right.
There's a lot more people that are like, man, this smells.
Yeah.
This just smells.
Right. I mean, and it's crazy because even with Shannon Sharp, people was getting the side eye like, wait a minute. Now if this had been 2019, it wouldn't have mattered what text message she sent, what nasty thing she said. It wouldn't have made a difference because they were looking for victims to push the Me Too agenda.
They were looking for participants.
Right.
Okay. And so
victims got air quotes in it, man.
Yeah, they're definitely looking for participants. And this is the part that I keep capitalizing on whenever this topic comes up, because these were grown-ass adults
yes,
who decided to go to these functions, sometimes lined up outside the door, unable to get in, knowing full well what was going on inside.
Right.
I mean, you had all these people up on podcasts and television, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Ain't no party like a Diddy after. Ain't no party like a Diddy after party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then it turned into, I ain't been to no Diddy party.
Oh, yeah, I just heard what happened.
Man, crazy. Because we know LeBron was at the Diddy party. He had gleam in his eye.
And that's been, if there's a fun part to it, it's like every day somebody else. Today it's Usher, tomorrow it's Trump, the next day it's Obama, it's like every day somebody else is like, oh, look at all of this, It's like, okay.
Come on, man. What is this, man? What's the crime at? That's what I want to know.
Exactly.
People
Because
are catching on to it. They just like you know, I'm looking at David Harris. Don't get me wrong, seem cool. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Now, I do not have the patience nor the inclination to sit there and watch the entire trial day in and day out, you know, all the back and forth. But every day I look for highlights, you know, to see, like, you know, who was implicated and whether or not anything was actually said that sounded like a law was being broken.
No, it's just Diddy's an asshole. Lock him
Yeah,
up.
exactly. He's a monster. Yeah, well, so
Diddy's
are
an
you.
asshole.
Yeah.
Lock him up. I mean, look, that's why I don't
Lock
watch
him
it.
up, girl. Lock him up.
The little bits and pieces that I hear are so similar to R. Kelly's trial. It just makes me sick. It makes me nauseous. Like, you gonna do this again?
And not only is it shade, it's none of it has to have any proof, any physical evidence whatsoever. It's just, oh, she said, and she said, and that one over there, she said it too. So it must be true.
Right.
You know, that's why I keep saying, man, somebody better come in with the blue fucking dress. Otherwise, it's just all BS.
I promise you it's BS. And people would need to realize that they've been snowballed by the court system. You know, and they just, you know, they've been snowballed by the mainstream left-wing lunatic media that'll tell you that they watch child porn right in front of your face.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the tape. Liar. You didn't see nothing. You didn't see shit.
And if you really take a look at it, because shout out to Black CEO. I went back. One thing about this, the Diddy trial and what happened to Tory Lanez recently, what it did, it made me revisit some old lives that I see. So I went back to Black CEO's live, and he pulled up an article and said, you know, Judge Lennon Weber said he did not believe the government's accounts of the charges against R. Kelly. When they was talking about R. Kelly supposedly had people locked up and held prisoner, and he said from what he understand, it was a fear of a loss of love, not a fear of being held captive.
Right. They was captive in their own minds. Just like Cassie. A captive in your own mind. You were captive just based on, wasn't nobody holding you. You could look, all this power influence bull crap you talking about. He had the same power and influence when you sued him. So what's the difference between the 10 years he was with him and the moment you decided to talk to an attorney? There's no difference.
Well, there is a difference, and the difference would be a tune of $30 million, 20
right,
and the 10 from the hotel when the video got shot at.
Right. It's craziness, man. It's
just
crazy
like
work.
And see, that's just like the difference when Rashona Landfair said that it wasn't her on the tape. Then you come back and say, well, it wasn't me on the tape then, but now all of a sudden the government then comes back and says, well, we will give you between $14-20 million restitution. Now all of a sudden it's you on the tape.
Yep.
You decide to pay a $50,000 retainer for an attorney, and Jennifer Bongine questioned you, saying that have you thought about pursuing restitution? But then you was like, well, I don't know. When you already put a $50,000 retainer for a lawyer.
Because it's about money, man. I mean, it's all about the money. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what it's about. These females get in these relationships wanting to get married, you know, so that they can get divorced and just go through the court system. But when they don't, they say, well, I'm going to get something from this. Look, I've heard these conversations from females about small change from dudes, like $10 to $15, maybe $20,000. Well, I ain't going to leave until I get X, Y, Z. So you're going to stick in a situation that's no good for you. Basically, to get some money, you're lazy and you're stupid. That's all I'm saying.
There's got to be a flow chart out there for these women. It's like, hey, does he like you? Yes. All right. Try to get married. Did he marry you? No. Okay. Well, sue him for this or that or the other thing. There's got to be like a flow chart.
Right. Did you ever have sex with him and you kind of didn't want to at night?
Yeah,
Oh
you got
my God.
Yeah.
And he just stuck it in.
You get down to the square where it says, do you have a baby by him? Next square, can you prove it?
My God. I mean, because
like 50 Cent said, every baby by me.
Be a millionaire, man. So check it out, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and close the night, man. It's been a good one. I think that we got a lot off on Megan and just kind of bringing a little common sense to the game when it comes to that. You still gonna have your people that's gonna believe it no matter what, because guess what? If there are people that, believe whatever forever, it just does not matter to them. They don't care. They're gonna believe it. So, I would say that whoever we touch, we make sure that we change a few minds here and there. Hopefully, the more people we get to subscribe to the channel and all of that, we get more people. We'll change a few more people's minds, or just, get people out of the group think of believe all women. And if she said that he did it, he must have done something. Yeah. Because, Tory didn't do anything besides get caught up with the wrong females.
Yep. His own kind.
Right. He got caught up with the wrong females. So, on that note, I just simply say, don't get caught up with the wrong chicks, man, and you'll be all right. It's kind of tough because, we do lust and, stuff be looking kind of good. I didn't get caught up with the wrong one too. So, it is what it is, but I ain't get accused of shooting no damn body. That's crazy, but hopefully we'll get to a point where things will get a bit better, man. We got a different administration. It look like they're trying to fight for people. The Grizzlies got pardoned today.
Yes, I was happy.
They ain't had no business in no damn jail, man.
Like, come on, man.
They had no business in jail, man. That's
hell
crazy.
No, man. They just want that money.
That's crazy.
Who did?
And they funny too.
It was like these two reality TV show stars. And they had this TV show called Grizzly Knows Best. Yeah. Grizzly Knows Best, where they, like the family and, their lavish lifestyle and all that shit, reality TV.
They were funny too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they was. But they came for them and they been locked up for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been locked up for a little while.
What year they got locked up?
What was it, 2020?
Damn, that's
they've been hanging out of the jail, and Trump said that he told the daughter today on a phone call that was terrible, and he gonna get them out tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that the left is somewhere. Oh my God, that Grizzlies! He's just a partner. He's pardoning whoever he wants.
Well,
oh my God!
They did the same thing.
Yeah, whoever he wants.
Those pardons that got auto-signed are going to come back to bite him.
But here's the thing, though.
Democracy.
It's a reason for those pardons. So like at least Trump has a reason and has proof to show what went wrong.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
He signed them
right in front of your face. You can see it. It's not like he's sitting up here, in a basement, and they got an auto pen and they in the office while he sleeps, signing our country away. Because that's exactly what happened to us. But at the end of the day, we're gonna go ahead and check up out here. Stick around in the back, people. For me real quick. I appreciate everybody who came out to check me out tonight. Thank you very much.
Man, you already
Thank you very, 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 very much. Like I said, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend or something. Let's get these numbers up. Go to the store, go get a fresh new Provoke Thoughts Live shirt with the new logos on it. And, we going to have some fun. We're going to do our thing. But we are up out of here right now. So we're going to go ahead and outro. Peace, people.